well.
Well, here's the thing. You talked about how the United States and its partners have imposed escalating sanctions on Russia, and how these have increasingly had an impact on capital flight and growth projections and so on. At the same time, you point out that you have seen a pattern of escalating aggression on the part of Russia in Ukraine. So it seems clear that your economic sanctions policy, whatever it may have impact it may have had on the economy, has not had any impact on Russia's thinking. If anything, by your own words, they have escalated their aggression over time. What makes you think that any level of economic sanctions is going to get Russia to change its mind on invading and supporting separatists in Ukraine?
Well, Arshad, it's hard for us to predict what President Putin will do. And I know you're not asking me to do that, but I think the challenge, or I think one of the factors here is certainly how these sanctions impact the Russian people and impact the economy in Russia and impact how businesses are functioning. And certainly our preference is not to continue to escalate sanctions. Our preference is for Russia and President Putin to make a decision about pulling back and de-escalating. So again, as this increases, it becomes more and more of a significant choice that President Putin has to make about whether the future and the impact on his own country is more important than his desire to take escalatory actions into Ukraine.
Given that it hasn't worked so far, why should it work in the future?
Well, I think, Arshad, as you've seen, there have been times where there has been some engagement, there has been some pullback, there has been ups and downs in this process. What we've seen, there's been an escalatory actions that have certainly grown over time, as you referenced.
As you said,
and I said, and I said as well. We think that this is the most effective tool, the best tool. A military solution is not what we think is the appropriate approach, and so we're taking every tool we can to see if we can reach a conclusion here through diplomatic means.
So you said, sorry, just a couple more on this. You said that